Good evening, Kenton community. My name is Sabatino Samato. I'm your superintendent, and this is your weekly connection update. Folks, let's get a really quick overview of the connection. First, in my section, we focus on our emergency day update. We get into a focus on security, and then we move to safety tips for families. Then we get into our school and district highlights, of course, everything that's been going on throughout the district. We finish off with our recognition. Let's get a little bit deeper into the connection. But before we get deeper into the connection, take a look at this great hype video that we have from Kenton. The Buffalo Bills were here to visit and here to play with our kiddos on Friday. A special thank you to Heather Radka and Michelle Roberts. Heather's from our district, Michelle's from the Buffalo Bills. They arranged this special event to happen at Hoover Elementary. They brought their friends from Wegmans Food Markets, and the kids had a blast. This event was so special. The kids got to answer great questions about the Bills and win some very special prizes. They also had a nice dance going on. Our cheerleaders from Kenmore-West were there, and the Kenmore-West football team. And then finally, all the kids ended up getting those little people that Wegmans give out, that they sell. They gave them to our kids as a special present today. Thank you to the Buffalo Bills. Thank you to Wegmans Food Market. Thank you to Heather Radka. Thank you, Mr. Huff, for hosting us. Just a wonderful time today at Hoover Elementary. And now back to the rest of the connection. First, emergency day update, folks. We see this past week we did utilize 2 emergency days due to weather and our regional impact of the weather. Folks, I really want you to understand a lot goes into those days being called off. I do not like calling them off, just to be perfectly honest. But I do work with a lot of our area superintendents. There's 19 of us in Erie 1 that we're on the phone all day and all night looking at all of the latest information from the weather forecast. Not an easy decision, but we also go into, if we exceed our emergency days, what we'll need to do and what it takes for virtual learning. Check out that section. Then we have a focus on security, and this week we focus on the importance of parents making sure all of their information is up to date with the school district. We have a link there that will bring you right to Parent Portal. This past week is a perfect example. If your information was up to date, then you received text messages. You didn't have to rely on just the news. So really check that out. It's a very important piece. Let us be able to communicate with you in great times and also in times of emergency. Then we get into our safety tips for families and focusing on none other than the bitter cold and preventing frostbite. Folks, I know all of our kiddos see, it's neat to watch football games, and in this terribly cold weather, you got guys taking off their shirts, painting their chests, and frostbite. Our kiddos need to understand how dangerous it truly is in the cold, the permanent damage that it could cause, how quickly frostbite can settle in. So please check out that section. We even have a link in there that brings you to some information about the weather. Then we get to our school and district highlights. Kenmore East Natatorium renamed in honor of legendary coach Lee Herbst. Numerous Kenton students to perform at Winter Youth Jazz Festival. Franklin first graders learn safety tips and enjoy lunch with a cop. Hoover Elementary students and families enjoy evening literacy activities. Kenmore-West chemistry students tour water treatment plant. And that brings us to our recognition. We have 2 of them this week. First, none other than Coach Jim McNally. Just a wonderful tradition that Coach has here in Kenton. A graduate of Kenmore-West, played football. He then went on to have a great NFL career as an offensive line coach, working with numerous teams. And Coach is one of 3 recipients this year for the Pro Football Hall of Fame's Awards of Excellence. Coach, we're so proud of you. Much deserved. Really, just a Kenton guy through and through. Coach McNally. Check out that section on Coach. And our next recognition this week, Mr. Caleb Vitello, who is also a graduate of Kenmore-West, and this week he has been appointed by President Trump as director of the U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement, ICE agency, and now awaits Senate confirmation. We're so proud of these gentlemen. Just a great way to keep Kenton in everyone's hearts throughout our country, and you really are the best of what Kenton has to offer. That brings us to the end of our connection this week, and folks, It's a great weekend, championship weekend for the Bills. Really enjoy some family time. It reminds me back of when I was in high school and we were talking about championships. Celebrate those times with the kiddos because they'll remember them forever. That family time that we celebrate. Remember, that's what keeps us Kenton strong, makes us Kenton proud, and keeps us moving Kenton forward. Have a wonderful weekend. Go Bills.